I mean, when he's a bird.
That's very comforting for her, I'm sure.
That's gross.
Just like mom, just like mom used to do. So 40, was it 44 plus? I have it written down here. 44
8.
plus 4.
Oh, 4, yeah.
So that's 3, 7. So that's 14 hit points.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's your potion.
No, I appreciate it, though.
5. You said 50 movement to get up here?
52.
52 feet to get right to this corner.
Okay, so cunning action dash. That's 50, 60. So I have 30 feet of movement left. So 25. And then... no, I'm just going to stay right here.
At the bottom of the ladder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a good call.
We're going to go back into the treasure room.
All right, how much range do I have here?
I'm going to wait till Red goes in there with me. I'm running low on hit points.
A 100-foot line. And
Don't worry, buddy. Raazu will give you 5.
Nope, now I'm out.
Adrex,
I'm
as you're
tapped.
examining the bottom of the platform, you see this shape descend down. It looks like a dwarf with charcoal gray skin, and he's swooping down at you with these bizarre mechanical wings spreading out from his back. And he's wielding a very strange-looking weapon. It looks like a scepter. On his hands and feet, he's wearing plate armor. And on his hands and his feet, he's wearing these very heavy gauntlets and boots. And he spins this scepter towards you, and you see there's an opening in it. And I can shoot you 4 times.
No, you can't.
Sure can.
No.
Mm-mm.
I
Nuh-uh.
don't think so.
Adrex.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't roll to hit you. This is a dex save. I needed 4 dex saving throws.
Why?
Because he's firing 4 flame jets at you.
Alright, let's get this on. 17.
A 17 passes, so the first flame jet does
Oh, okay.
22 fire damage, which you can reduce by half.
We're really doing this, huh? Alright.
We're really doing this.
Alright, that is a 19.
19 passes,
Mm.
so 21 fire damage, which you can reduce by half.
This is really hurting.
This is bad.
17.
17 passes for 11 damage, which you can reduce by half.
Okay. And 11?
11 does not pass.
Indomitable.
Okay.
Good work.
12.
17 points of fire damage. And you are knocked
Which I don't.
prone as the force is coming from above and pushes you straight down into the floor with great force. Be glad he's not
That
attacking from the
sucks.
side, because the whole point is he can shoot you off the platform.
That sucks.
So you're not on fire. He's not shooting you with literal fire. It's just superheated blasts of air coming from the edge of the scepter. And you see the recoil. And he's having great difficulty as he's shooting you while swooping down. You can tell, at best, he's an inexpert flyer. And you're thinking, I'd be way better at that if I only had wings.
It's so absurd.
And
Why
just
would a
to-
Dragonborn have wings?
Just
That's
to
crazy.
clarify, he's not standing on this platform. He's swooping down through the hole, and he's underneath this platform, still coming towards you.
So everyone else saw me get blasted 4 times while
And
this dumb
heard it,
scepter,
because
right?
it's pretty
Okay.
loud. And it sounds like he's humming or singing very loudly to himself, taking great joy in doing this to you. And also, he has a friend.
Okay.
They're not friends like you and me, though.
She can't reach you this round, so she's not going to do anything. But behind her, have you guys fought an Abishai in this campaign? I feel like I threw one at you.
Not in this one. previous
Not
campaign.
this one.
You fought a bunch of
we-
Oh no, there's one. There's one in the Drow City.
Oh, you're right. In Kasha's fortress. So this draconian-looking devil of white coloration, and she's wearing these bizarre frilly skirts with lots of. Well, you can't see color, but that look very, very out of place on this creature. And in both hands, she's hefting this heavy great axe. And coming out the back of the skirts and lifting up behind her, you see this huge scorpion stinger. Fortunately, she cannot reach you this round. They're still a good 30 or 40 feet above you. And
Someone
that's
has an
going to-
anti-flyer net. I know someone does because I've rewatched these sessions.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
That's going to bring us to red.
Problem is that I'm not above them ever.
So these guys landed on that platform?
No, they're swooping down at Adrex. They made it about 5 or 10 feet below this platform. They're coming down toward it.
There is light from any of that or not? Can I
The
see
ol-
them from where I am?
Where are you at?
On the very bottom.
You can see the glow from Adrex's sword, and you see him recoiling from seemingly nothing. But each recoil he takes accompanies this like thunderous boom sound from that direction.
Okay. How high up are these two?
They are you're on 1. From 1 to 7 is about 70 feet, so they're about 100 feet up.
Okay.
You're not-
And what's the penalty to speed for climbing this rope?
It's difficult terrain all the way up.
Okay. This red one, is he here or not?
He's
I feel
not
like...
anymore. No.
Okay. He's gone.
Yeah,
He's
he
gonna-
was done being stunned and saw there was
That's
no
what I
bird
thought.
in the exit, and he failed.
That's
him
what I thought. Okay, give me a second here to think about my options.
Okay.
And Adrex is 70 feet up, you said?
Looks to be about like 70, 75, 77. According to
Little
I'm
more
10
than
feet.
70 feet, about 72
And I'm
feet or so.
And I'm 10 feet higher because I'm on the dais, so he's actually 60-something from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Pythagorean theorem. We're going to hand wave that for now. That's not basic.
Sorry, I
algebra.
needed to make sure I had all the decision.
That's fine.
Bonus action: apply purple worm poison to an arrow.
Okay.
For my movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, I can move to there. Or is it better to... How high is this one? Sorry.
That's 20 feet above you.
20 feet. So it's 10 feet above the dais?
It is, but, I mean, it's also 15 feet removed from the wall, so it's
Okay.
pretty far away.
About a wash.
Like a running running high jump, I couldn't grab the bottom of it and pull myself up?
Are you trained in athletics?
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah, movement gets me to there, and then gets me 15 feet up this rope.
Okay. Are you stopping above or below Raazu?
Raazu's 15 feet up already.
Yeah.
I'll stop above her.
Okay, so you climb up past her, grab the rope, and Raazu has a great view of Red's butt now. It's fantastic.
Snake butt.
I'm all about the snake butt.
All right, we've got kobolds now.
Who hasn't had a good view of Red's butt?
The only target for them, I think, is Adrex. Oh no, there's light down here. They can fire with disadvantage at basically Windy. You're the only one there, so all of these attacks are coming at you with disadvantage.
Okay.
I've got.
It's not nothing.
That might actually friggin' hit. 22.
It's a hit.
That was, I mean, it's 1 plus 3 points of bludgeon damage from a sling bullet.
Ow.
That's going to be a 6 to hit.
I'm gonna catch that 3 points.
Okay.
Normally I wouldn't bother.
You can nab that out. I've got a automatic miss.
Yeah.
I've got 2 rocks, both at disadvantage. One hits an AC of 11.
No.
One hits another automatic miss, and one more
And.
sling hits AC 14.
No.
Being the only lit up target, I mean, they're just throwing for the pink glow that's far away and hoping for the best, but they're way outside of their range differential. So these bullets
When
are
he
just
catches one and looks at it, it's just
hitting
like,
all around you.
seriously?
I mean, it's a nice sling bullet. It's nice and smooth. You could probably skip it across a pond. That's going to bring us to Windy. Your turn.
All right. So this guy up here is flying.
Both
These
of
two
them are?
creatures are, yes, but they're way out of the... you don't have any wind drafts down where you are right now.
Oh, don't worry though. I've got Step of the Wind.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they're
fly
about...
my way up here.
127
127 feet I have marked here.
give or take. And they're both armed with weapons. So
I'm sure as hell not getting within threat range of them though, because he just has like a sword, right?
he
Or
has... No, he's got the gloves and boots, but he's got this scepter that's blowing super hot blasts of air. She
Yeah.
has a great axe.
I'm gonna stay about 10 feet away from him and I'm gonna whip him.
Okay.
Wendy, you crazy, man.
10 feet does put you
Just
in threat
crazy.
range of her stinger, though.
Even if I stay, like, I want to be 10 feet from him, not her.
If you're 10 foot from one, you're 10 foot from the other, because she's carefully keeping pace with him coming down. She's actually got a
it's gonna
lot
be
more
with-
movement than she's using. She just doesn't want to be separated from him.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
The good news is if you knock one of them prone...
So that's a 23 to hit.
23 will actually hit this dude, yes.
For 8 magical slashing
Okay.
and a con save.
I rolled a 1. I mean, he's trained in con saving throws.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he is stunned,
Right,
poor
right.
boy.
and he gets to enjoy that nice enjoyment that I just felt.
I mean,
Oh, boy.
you're not wrong.
Oh,
I just
boy.
want you to know that this guy's trained in Constitution saves. Like he's
And-
I'm so happy.
Raazu, from like 120 feet above you, you just hear, Raazu, you're welcome! And then, BAM!
All right, Wendy gets the badass blip. We get it.
Yeah. Nice.
all right. 33 points of bludgeoning damage, which I need to get calc.exe out now. This does not count as him exiting your threat range for purposes of an attack.
No, yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
And he wasn't near to this corner, so there's no chance of him crashing into Red and Raazu.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, you guys climbing up this rope, you see this gray-skinned dwarf in plate armor, and where he hits the ground with such force that the tile he hits on cracks, sending up this big billowing cloud of pink smoke around him. He's not actually covered in fairy fire, though, so don't get too excited. He's also not even close to dead, so really don't get too excited. Wendy, are you done with your turn?
I'm gonna whip this other one.
Okay.
That's
Ooh.
a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
For 14 magical slashing.
Okay. And
How you doing on key points?
she is bloodied
3 is the answer to that question.
as this whip
Okay.
lashes out across her. Yeah, you did. I think it was a white Abishai too that you fought. So yeah, same creature. And is that it?
And yeah, that's it for me.
So you knocked one of them out of the sky, and you feel the second one because you're close enough, and she's armed with a weapon. You feel her tilting downwards and stretching her wings out behind her back like she's going to go into a dive bomb and chase after him. And that gives you all the opening you need to lash her across her midsection. And she is now bloodied, which I guess sends a spray of Abishai blood down over Adrex. That's kind of gross.
Ew.
It's your turn, though.
All right. Can I see her at all? Like, do I have a...
Oh, yeah. You've got your flaming sword, because remember, she's down below the bottom of that platform.
All right.
And you see her go... you see how Windy knocked the dwarf out of the air, and she's going to dive bomb after him.
Oh, all right. Here's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pop a potion of superior healing.
Okay.
Because I need it. That's a lot of D4. So...
Wow, that's a lot of D4s.
It is a lot of D4s. I get 29 hit points back.
Okay.
Bonus action. Second wind. Which gets me another 14.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Next.
Action surge?
Yep. Next is action surge.
Are you going to do the thing?
I'm going to do the thing. I'll pull out an axe. I'm going to hurl it at her.
Okay. What is the
First
range on your
attack.
axe?
Good call.
She's about 30, 35 feet away from you.
Right.
'Cause it's 40 feet from you up to the bottom of platform 8.
Oh, that's 20, 60.
Okay, so you'd just be rolling the attack at disadvantage is all.
Disadvantage. What about my javelins? Is javelins any better? Javelins are 30. 30, 120.
And she's
So
a little bit more than
she's
30
within-
away from you.
she's a little bit more than 30.
Yeah, 'cause remember, you had to lift your sword
It's just-
up so you could illuminate the bottom of this platform.
Jump onto the rail.
You can get close enough by climbing up to the rail.
All right, then yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's a
Bam.
little closer.
Excellent. Thank you, team. All right, axe number 1.
Okay.
That is a 26 to hit.
A 26 does hit.
Does hit.
Oh wow.
She takes 9 damage. And please make a strength saving throw.
Oh please, oh please, oh please.
22.
Oh,
All right.
Getting to the point in the campaign now where the
she's
villains
fine.
are going to be proficient in saving throws.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, she still takes an additional 8 damage.
Okay. Yeah, she's not looking hot. You see where she's bleeding profusely from where this whip crack hit. And now she's got this axe embedded in her scales.
And she's about to have a second axe with any luck, better than her scales.
what are the axes names again?
It is a 20 to hit.
That'll
That's- I forget the names. I'd have to go look. For another 11 damage.
11 damage. And you fling this axe upward. And she's going into this dive bomb as she's still reeling from this hit from Windy as Windy's circling around to come around for another pass. And this axe cleaves her across the neck and she lets out this ghastly wail and her wings just go slack. She crashes into this platform and then slides off. Crashes against the platform where Birdie's sitting. Falls down past Red and Raazu and hits the bottom dead.
All right.
Good job, Adrex.
See, when I can actually hit things, it's great. When Adrex can participate in combat. Adrex is spent.
Oh, Windy, at the end of your turn, he's no longer stunned, correct?
At the end of my next turn.
Right, that's what I mean.
It hasn't been my turn yet.
So yeah, it's going to bring us to Raazu.
I'm gonna fast rope back down.
Okay.
Approach, and I'm gonna give him some trident.
Some trident? So you handle a piece of gum?
You have
just-
advantage, buddy.
I do, and I
Stone.
need to get rid of that one. Yeah, that's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let's put some Paladin stank on that. Yeah, that'll be a 3rd level slot right there. That is 8 piercing. Or no, I'm sorry, 11 piercing.
Okay.
And I was supposed to only do 4. That's my bad. I'm going to throw out the highest die here. And that'll be 15 thunder damage.
15, and the whole area shakes as for a moment the dying Calliope music is overtaken by the thunder of Raazu's attack. And as you pull your trident back, you see he's struggling badly, and he is now bloodied.
Then let's give him another hit. God, throw away that one. That's a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put another level 3 spell charge on that. Alright, so that is 9 piercing and really kind of crap thunder damage. 12 thunder damage.
Okay.
That's both my level 3 spell slots.
Very badly, and you're aiming at the parts where he's not covered in his plate armor, in his waist and by his neck, and he's struggling terribly to try to find his feet, but he can't because he's stunned.
Yep.
Birdie.
I'm gonna step right here, peer over the edge, and then I feel like this guy has a dire lack of arrows sticking out of him.
Okay. You have disadvantage on the shot because he's lying prone.
And advantage because Raazu's next to him.
And advantage because he's stunned.
Right. So you have advantage on the roll, but you cannot apply your... no, you can't apply your sneak attacks. You also have disadvantage on the roll. Roll with advantage, but don't apply your sneak attack, is what I mean.
That is a 19 to hit, I think.
19 does not hit. The armor... the arrow plinks off of his armor.
He's got that windy AC.
Yep.
For a much different reason, though.
Hmm.
The great
It's like
part
the
is
anti-windy.
this plate armor won't fit any of you.
Well, I mean, I'm good up here.
Okay. He is stunned. That's going to bring us to... Oh, she's dead. And that's going to bring us to red.
All right, so slide down the rope. Is stabbing someone with an arrow an improvised weapon?
Yes.
So no proficiency?
Correct.
Okay. So, I've got this arrow with this poison on it.
Might as well
Give
make use
advantage.
out of it.
Oh, an advantage?
Because stunned, yeah.
Yeah,
Or no, he's no
he's-
longer stunned.
He's stunned and he's prone.
Just my dex will only hit an armor class of 14.
No, you don't find purchase for this arrow. Straight across his plate armor.
Bonus action. Pull out one of these, pull out the Kraken Priest dagger and stab him.
Okay.
It's my offhand. And he's still prone.
He's
Still
prone.
stunned.
There it is.
There you go.
Crit.
That'll do it.
Yeah, it's a sneak attack hit there, too.
If he rolls all
7,
ones, I
8,
might survive this.
9, 10, and then 2 of these. No dex on this because it's offhand. So
I don't
just
think that matters. That's a lot.
so 45 damage.
45. That's enough. As you scrape this arrow across his armor and realize you have much
Oh,
better
there's a
stabbing
dagger.
implements. And then
Sorry.
the dagger, you go in for the neck. And he stops moving. Not only does he stop moving, but these wings coming out of this little niche in the back of his plate armor collapse to the ground around him. And he moves no more.
It's a shame he's a fucking dwarf.
Raazu claps Red on the shoulder.
Is Red moving anywhere?
Let's see, I moved, slid down, moved, bonus action. I get 5 feet back up the rope.
Okay. With the death of the king, the bellowing, the laughing, the calling out to guard the treasure I mean, that stopped when he got stunned. But the place falls almost eerily quiet.
Oh, we're not done hunting.
Windy,
Not by a long shot.
you hear a small voice from above you as you're circling. Are you moving upwards or downwards?
I was moving down, but I'll circle back up once
Well,
he's dead.
It's not your turn, but I just wanted to know which way you were headed.
Oh, I was at the time that I was flying. I was going up.
Okay. So as you're moving upward, you hear the metallic door open, and you hear a small draconic voice from inside simply say, "Parlay." And it's now your turn.
I'll land on the ground.
Looking into this, you can't really see unless you're billowing.
I'll billow.
There is bound up in something, ropes or cords or something. One of the trapsmiths has been tied up and is being frog marched out this door by a couple of other kobolds. Less than 10 total in the area. There's a lot of movement. But right at the door, there's 2 kobolds moving this one that's bound, and he's angry and struggling, but they've got his mouth gagged up. And their offer is they would dearly like to just escape with their lives. They're willing to give you this one to do with whatever you want. That's their offer.
And I'll look down at him. And I'll look over at them.
And
Are they carrying anything?
He sees your blank, empty eyes, and he just stops struggling and just is stone still. No, actually, all of their weapons are laying in a pile behind them.
And I'll say, all right, you can go.
And they push the bound trapsmith out towards you.
Yeah, and I'll take him.
Okay. And he's...
I'm going to stare at them, though, as they get going.
Yeah, one of them kicks a rope ladder here that descends down to the track, and they start making their way down to the track.
Yeah.
So they have a long way to go. They've got to come down this rope ladder. At the end of the track, there's a hidey hole that comes back around here. They can take this rope. Is anybody trying to stop these kobolds from exiting?
Does Wendy tell us what's happening?
I'll shout out, the kobolds are leaving.
Birdie is going to like jeer at them as they're walking.
Pelt them with tomatoes and rotten oranges. 3 kobolds and 2 urds. And the urds are not flying down. They are marching along with these kobolds. So there's a period of time where they're marching along this little shimmy ledge. They're terrified and they're panicked. And
Adrex will get up on the ballista and tauntingly sing at them, "One must die or all must die."
when he starts singing that, Windy,
Oh, God.
the bound one that you're holding, he begins weeping pitifully. Adrex, that was cold-blooded, man.
Yeah.
Adrex doesn't know what he's done.
Are we all finished this year?
Yeah, we're coming
I'm
up.
gonna carry this one in with me. I'm looting their daggers. I want those sick-ass ice daggers.
Okay, I'm gonna just real quick, because we're coming up on time, but I'm gonna go ahead and itemize the stuff that's in these. So this is one large room, large L-shaped room under here.
Yeah.
I'm going to describe something in this room, but you're not allowed to do anything with it or ask me any questions about it because we don't have time. It's
Okay.
going to have to wait till next week.
Sure.
This room back here is a barracks area. Lots and lots of places for kobolds to rest. Lots of bedrolls, lots of personal effects, things of that nature. At the far wall, so back here, Windy, is a heavy iron door, similar to one on the front of a wood-burning stove. You know, it's got that metal latch that you have to very carefully pull down and then pull open.
Uh-huh.
And this door is radiating heat to the point where, like, if you stand right up next to it, it is kind of uncomfortable.
Huh.
Here's what you
I think I
find
have to put-
in the room.
Okay.
You find, and remember, I need to know who's carrying what coins. Because
Oh, jeez. Okay, let me write all this down then, because this is going to get complicated.
you might not
All
want
right.
to take it all, but 3,117 copper pieces.
Mhm.
Okay.
104 silver pieces.
Okay.
16 gold pieces.
Okay.
One single platinum piece on one of the kobold corpses, which he has fashioned into a very pretty medallion that's worn around his neck.
Beautiful.
A potion of greater healing. And wand, letter, stall for time because my shit's not open for whatever reason.
All right, I gotta put some wood in that door, and then we can go down to channel wood.
You can't
right?
do anything with that door. You're not allowed to do anything with the door, and you can't ask me any questions about it. Sorry, you did find a wand. I'm going to give you a letter here in a second.
Here I was trying to stall for time for him.
Yeah. Wand G. It's a well-polished wooden wand with a rounded triangular bauble at one tip of it that kind of feels like cheap plastic.
Okay.
That's what you find in that room. That's the aggregate treasure on the actual kobolds, the rank and file.
Uh-huh.
Whether or not you guys actually want to carry 3,000 copper pieces, that's on you.
No.
In the treasury,
Yeah.
We're going to not do anything with the sarcophagus yet. Again, you're not allowed to do anything with it or ask any questions about it.
Yeah.
You're also not allowed to do anything with or ask any questions about this pool up here.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I figured that was the well that they polished the wand in.
484 copper pieces. 5,447 silver pieces.
Okay.
1,726 gold pieces.
Okay.
118 platinum pieces.
Okay.
11 50 gold piece gemstones. And you find magic items. Spellstone G.
Okay.
Spell Scroll J.
Okay.
And Spell Scroll K.
Okay.
Potion S.
Okay.
And Potion T. You find all of this on the shelves of this room, the coins in the chests, and the sarcophagus. We are leaving until next week. Okay, I'm going to do a real quick calculation, because you guys said you wanted to collect as many of these daggers and arrows as is practical?
Do they have any non-dagger weapons made of this stuff?
Yeah, they're arrows. The arrows the archers
Okay.
have.
Yeah, the arrow. Okay, arrows. Yeah, I want 4 daggers. I don't need more than that.
Wow. I'll just pick up 1 dagger.
No, I also want them for throwing, so I'm going to take a few.
There are 13 such daggers around.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just going to
the whole
replace
place that you
4
find
of my steel daggers with these Dragonbone.
And
What was
I will
the
say,
potion?
in total, 1d20 leftover dragon tooth arrows.
Alright.
Which are regular
I'll roll that
arrows
if you
that
guys
do
want.
an extra d2 cold damage, just like the daggers do. These all count as magical weapons.
5.
Alright, so there's 5 such arrows lodged in walls and pulled out of wounds and
Pulled out a windy.
found in a discarded quiver and thereabouts.
You can have those 5, Birdie, if you want them.
Yeah, okay. What was the potion?
Potion S and Potion T.
I have
There's also a Potion of Greater Healing, but I've already taken it.
Yeah, to replace the one you used. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Potion S is a thin violet liquid inside. Potion T looks empty. Looks like there's nothing in it, but it feels heavy, and when you turn it back and forth, you can feel the liquid sloshing inside.
Did we search? Does the stuff you've listed include searching the corpses of the 2 people we killed?
Yes, they weren't carrying anything valuable.
Is that scepter complete empty of fuel or something at this point?
It's some
Mega
kind
Man
of
arm
mechanical object. Looking at it, it's extraordinarily heavy, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And make a... Are you proficient in Tinker's Tools?
No, that's gonna. I'll hand it off to Birdie if that becomes.
Birdie, make an Intelligence Tinker's
Apparent.
Tools check.
Okay, so that's 9 plus 3, so that's 12 plus 16.
16? Okay. First of all, the Abishai had a two-handed great axe that's too large for any of you to use effectively. Adrex, do you have a 20 strength?
I do.
I would say that you could use this great axe effectively, but carrying this thing on top of everything else you're carrying is probably not a good idea.
Okay.
Also, I have rules. If you try to pick the lock here... Oh, you do find a key on each of them. One with a fist and one with an axe.
Yeah, that's actually what I was wondering.
Yeah, so the keys go into the locks. If you try to pick the lock, it basically just grapples you, and there's no escape. And then her stat block says that she prioritizes hacking off the arms of anybody stuck to the lock.
Is there an appeal?
No, there's no appeal. If she rolls to hit, you just lose the arm.
But Red has that degree in electrical engineering, so...
The wire mesh here maims your hand by chopping off fingers. That's why the inside of the terrarium was littered with finger bones. So yeah, what he has is... It's called a flame jet. You're not sure how much fuel it still has. But you see... Birdie, you figure out the way to activate this item. It fires, and you might want to write this down. Mark down that you don't know how many charges it has.
Right.
But keep track of how many charges you use if you decide to use this weapon. It fires in a 100-foot line.
Mm-hmm.
It does 4d8 damage, fire damage. It expends fuel inside of the mechanism to blast out superheated air. Your target it only hits the first target in the line. It doesn't hit everything in the line like a lightning bolt would. They save dexterity, 16. For half damage. If they fail to save, they're blown backwards 30 feet.
Is this a thing that you were like, your wife said, you can't do that?
I told her, because, the stat block for the despot you fought, for the king, if he punches you, you go flying 30 feet. And I specifically made him fight you at the edge of this cliff. So I'm thinking he's gonna hit somebody at some point, and they're gonna fall.
The hilarious thing was the person that fell was the one that could fly.
Well, yeah, she was the only one who could get up there in the first place.
Yeah.
The only one available.
I got him back. He got his.
Yeah, he got his.
He very much did.
Birdie, you don't know what this thing takes as fuel, but there's no damage done to it, and you know how to fire it. And you think if you ever... You have to experiment, but you might be able to find ways to refuel it. The problem is it's extraordinarily heavy. You carrying this thing all the time is probably not a good idea, but you know how to fire it, and it's trivially easy to teach anybody how to fire it.
So everyone in company, including Brick, on the info sheet, next to nobody, on the right side there, I've listed everything that we just had. You can assume, Brick, that anything that's left over there by the end of the session when nobody has taken anything, we're not taking it.
Gotcha. All right.
Can I, let me ask you something here.
Yes.
I applied this poison to the arrow, but never got a chance to use it since I didn't hit him. Can I use my poisoner's kit to preserve the poison so I can use the arrow in the future?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If you have one poisoned arrow, the poison doesn't wear off unless you strike with it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it would go bad over time.
What's the best by date?
Last week. So, yeah, if you ever grab an arrow out of my pouch, just be aware that the one I added the red fletchings to has some really bad poison on it.
Wait, so you're just haphazardly shoving a poisoned arrow into your pouch?
Well,
No,
put the red fletchings on it.
There's a live cat in your...
No, sorry, I meant my quiver, not my pouch.
Are you leaving the cat in your backpack?
For now. Red doesn't know how to take care of a cat.
You don't know how to take care of a kobold either, but you've done a great job.
Let's make no mistake. It is Red's cat.
Yeah.
There is no
For
appeal.
now. For now.
There's no appeal.
So for next session, you guys can plan on... I mean, you don't have to do anything, but there's the iron door back here. There's this sarcophagus, and then this pool at the top. When you come up to the top of this platform... Oh, there's also a beautiful piano over here.
Oh.
And a large throne, king and queen's throne, set back on a
I was
dais.
going to make a joke that was a piano.
I mean, it kind of looks like a piano, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
As far as you can tell, without actually exploring it, the shaft just ascends off into the distance above you. And there is strong wind blowing about up at the top of this platform. I'm going to go ahead and make a straw poll, then I got to go dark and add up a lot of friggin' experience.
Uh-huh.
So you guys figure out what you want to do with your blips, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Like, I put all of the magic items in my inventory just until... No, just until we can get them identified, and then we can hand them out.
No, that's fair. You can remove them then from that list of shit that I put on the right there.
Yeah.
Wait, is the unclaimed what you were talking about?
No. On the right there?
Yeah.
There might say, no, party currency, Adrex, Birdie, Windy,
Currency.
Raazu.
Oh,
Red.
yeah.
And then there's
Okay.
a bunch of shit on the right.
Yep.
And there's a 5. I don't know what that 5 is.
That might be from the last set of gems. Yeah, it's gone.
But yeah, there's all that shit there.
Like legitimately, like, I'm not trying to throw away all the magic items. It's just, like, until we can get them identified, it's probably
it's
not
fine.
a good idea. Yeah, alright.
It's fine. Do we want to just
Adrex is full. I got it.
write the copper off, or
Yeah, I don't want to carry copper.
You guys are good to
I don't
take
like-
anything else. I'm already carrying as much gold as I want to.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want copper or silver. It's just
I have to fly, so I took stuff that I can carry.
I'm gonna take 20 platinum.
Okay, so who was the... I forgot what blips we give.
Who's created today? I think Windy is already like a shoo-in for the badass.
Yeah.
So who was
got
created
some for-
today?
Red, for opening the store. Hands down. Well, that or Adrex getting the figuring out the...
Yeah, I like Adrex trying to figure out using the ballista against them.
Yeah. Then who furthered the party's goals today?
Okay, I'll say that red for opening the door.
Right, yeah, that
Right.
that
And
works.
then intangible. Who is intangible today?
Birdie for going after the treasure in the middle of the fight.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm actually cool with Raazu getting the badass blip for just the entire nonsense happening at the base there. For putting up a Windy's horse shit and we're getting healed also.
okay then.
Alright, I did have in the very top of my notes for this week that if you had decided to take a long rest in that room, which I thought was a distinct possibility, then you would have had a lot harder time getting out of this door.
Oh yeah, the mortar would have set, and it would have been a lot more of a pain in the ass.
I really enjoyed bricking you guys in that room. I even enjoyed more that Birdie was there the whole time saying, guys, there's something terrible happening, we have to leave. And everybody's like, but kitty cat.
But the kitty.
That was the real purpose of the cat. He knew that would happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Cats
You
don't have
monster.
purpose.
Birdie, do you want to take the rest of this platinum?
No,
I platinum on the floor.
well, okay, you can put it on my
Drop your
Adrex.
friggin' gold coins and take platinum.
Adrex will take the platinum.
I'll just drop the gold coin.
Birdie, you're leaving platinum on the table.
Yeah, that's not.
It's fine.
Like, if you don't want the platinum, I will drop that many gold. So,
Atrix already took it. It's too late.
okay.
I'm going to post
Who's the dragon?
a
They
straw
like
poll in
platinum.
my Twitch chat, which was not open for some reason.
Since
And Brett,
Raazu
there's no reasonable way to use this money as reagent before we leave this place, so we don't have to carry it with us, is there?
Yeah, if we could stop and take a long rest, and maybe expend some of this to, spellcraft, that would actually be really helpful. Especially, I did put in the chat earlier, after the session last week, that of a plan to maybe get some better use out of this raised dead stone.
So what was Red's question?
Is it possible to use this money for spellcraft reagents like that before we leave, so we don't have to carry it with us?
No, because that models you finding somebody out in the world who will exchange the materials or knowledge for money, and there's no such people in here. That would be something you can do during downtime or in between the adventures. If you decide to leave this area and go out into the world, then you could do that. Alright, I went ahead and put the straw poll up. Who wants to make their cases... Oh, I gotta delete your XP from last week. We don't want to give anybody double blips. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Also, Windy, you no longer have a bond. I just deleted it.
Oh no!
It's gone.
Less experience
So
for
that works,
you.
right?
Wendy now has no attachment to the group. We're
Windy
all-
has no attachment to gravity.
All Alright, so I can go first if everyone's okay with that.
Go.
Alright, my aspect, when my anger is roused, I have trouble thinking straight, and I fear I'll do something I'll regret. For threatening Birdie when he wouldn't go down to help Red. Like, we browbeat him to go down there, like everyone did.
And then he cut his foot, and you don't even feel a little bit bad.
Not a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Wow.
He should be wearing some kind of foot protection. Holy
What else
crap.
you got?
Good and evil are subjective distinctions, with matters keeping to your own ethics. For expending half of my remaining lay on hands to help the stupid cat. I got my ideal: work hard, play harder. I earn my leisure time, and by Osprey, I use it to my fullest. Working hard by taking that opening salvo at the beginning of the fight.
Okay.
And I think that worked really well. I got my bond. My sword arm is the only beginning of a greater world, but it is necessary first step for burning both of my level 3 spell charges on that dwarf as he went down. Because this guy needed to die.
Okay.
And then I got my flaw. I take any advantage if it will aid my allies, regardless of the consequences, for working on the ballista with Adrex.
You guys didn't get to fire that ballista at anything useful.
We didn't. It was so sad.
Adrex is so disappointed.
Who's next?
Adrex.
I'll go.
Adrex. Go.
Adrex.
Aspect, signature style, energetic. Yeah, when he laid eyes on that ballista, he wanted to use it so badly, and it became a singular point of focus.
Can we actually
until
say you
Wendy
gave
died.
100% in a combat where you didn't do anything and didn't get to hit anybody for the first 80% of it?
Yes.
For most people, you would say no, but for agents,
What else you got?
Flaws, that sounds like a great idea for fire. Darkness, even though it was clearly not a good idea. You should have done it. You should have fired it at the ledge, which was much more guaranteed result, but he was easily persuaded.
I actually don't know if that's true, because if you got up to this ledge, they would have just tipped you guys off of it.
Yeah, but I get to that. No. My cool friends and I are working about protect them. I just don't really protect anybody. Important to be good at all times. Resist evil.
Just going down the list.
Kill. Yeah, no, that's it. Just the two.
All right, Red, go ahead.
Alignment, neutral good. Survival requires the greatest good for the greatest number. For trying to talk our way into not having to kill a bunch of kobolds and their king and queen.
Okay.
And I've got my flaw. It's often best just to do what needs to be done. Explaining it to the others would be a waste of time for not even bothering to tell them to stop aiming the ballista at the door while I was busy unlocking it.
To be clear, it's for that and not just cruelly shoving this cat into your backpack filled with poisons and sharp things and Lord knows what else.
No, my poisons and sharp things are all very neatly, in very neat, well-sealed compartments until the cat gets in there.
Right.
doing her
Yeah,
best.
so what I just heard was my poisons and sharp things used to all be in neatly organized compartments.
Yes, exactly. So I don't want to reach into. I'm not going to reach into my pack and accidentally stab myself. I mean, I'm immune to poison, but I also don't want to waste a dose of poison on my. So yeah.
You open your pack and a keyboard falls out. Like, what the hell? What else you got? Anything else?
One of Treble's 11
That's
Dell
it.
keyboards.
Okay, who else wants to go?
Is it just me left?
You and Wendy.
No, it's you and me, but you can go.
Okay, so I want to do my alignment.
Okay.
I'm willing to help others, but I want something in return for running in here to look at the treasure and then running out and then running straight to Wendy when she was hurt.
Okay.
Focus on the little things, make the tribe stronger any way I can, or putting Wendy out and then using my action to put Wendy out when she was on fire, no matter how cool that was, and using my action to feed Wendy a potion so that she could get back in the fight because Wendy's my favorite.
Okay.
Oh, and the video.
Wendy's the only one who doesn't yell at you.
Okay. That's
Red
actually
doesn't
true.
yell at him.
No,
Well,
Red's
Red doesn't
also
yell
my
at
favorite.
anybody. Is Red even capable of yelling?
I mean, yeah, but only to be heard, not in anger.
Well, no, not even then, because he's got that horn, and he needs to be heard.
Yeah, that's true.
Wendy, what you got?
All right, I got wait, how does that work? For Wendy's curiosity leading to her crashing straight headlong into a platform. I've got good is working for the benefit of something other than yourself. For taking out enemies who were firing at my companions even though I was on fire. And I've got monastic tradition redirection. Use the forces that already exist to create your desired outcome. For realizing that the only way we were going to come out of this fight alive is if I managed to stun that dude while he was still in the air, and doing it even though it was putting myself at tremendous risk.
Yeah, that was an incredibly risky move. Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some XP now. For the Dwergar Despot with the mechanical wings and 8,400 experience. The White Abishai is 2,300. Various Kobolds, Urds, 1 Trapsmith, and 2 Swarms add up to another 875 for a grand total of 11,575. So each of you are walking out with 2,315 experience points.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm also...
That's what I thought.
I want a 3-word answer from one of you. If the answer is more than 3 words, or a bunch of you start talking over each other, nobody's getting a spare blip. We're going to deal with this in detail next week, but as of right now, remember, 3-word answer, what are you going to do with this tied-up Trapsmith?
Let him go.
Ask where traps.
Let him go, ask where traps. Okay, so we're not going to torture and kill this Trapsmith.
No. What?
No.
I only
use my
took him
2
so
words.
that the other kobolds would leave.
I'm going to award everybody 1 blip for once it became clear they were surrendering, not meeting your vengeance and violence on them. Although, again, at this point in time, Adrex is singing a tremendous song about how he's going to die horribly. So that'll be fun.
Listen, he doesn't. Adrex doesn't know that.
We give 1 blip for the most creative solution to a problem this session.
That was. Do we do sound on red for that one?
I think it was Adrex for going to the ballista.
Oh yeah, the ballista. Yeah, Adrex for starting the ballista nonsense.
Okay. We give 1 blip. Who furthered the party's goals the most?
Red for bypassing your stupid need for keys.
We give 1 blip for being a badass.
We gave that to Raazu for popping off that Paladin bonanza down on the guy on the ground.
1 for the intangibles.
Birdie for going for the treasure in the middle of the fight.
Alright.
So
I have
you
not
found the
laughed
restrict.
that hard since we were playing with Riot. That was so good.
That was a very
So
Riot
good.
move. Yeah.
Wendy is taking our straw poll this week. We're level 12, correct?
Yeah.
So blips are worth 666. Raazu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blips for Raazu.
Guys, I accidentally set off the music box, so if you guys hear Frosty the Snowman, I'm sorry.
5 for Wendy. 4 for Adrex. 5 for Birdie. And 4 for Red. Adrex, you've leveled then, because you were like 9 experience.
Yeah. Adrex has his wings now.
Blows on his thumb and wings pop out his back.
You know what would have been a much better time for you to get your wings?
Yeah, you know what I said after the... Yeah. Don't I know it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool that you got your wings after this, at the end of this encounter.
Yeah. No need to tell me twice.
What other cool stuff do you get at level 12?
Oh my god. Oh no. Go ahead.
I think that's it. It's just the feet.
All right. Feet go in your socks, don't forget.
It's still funny.
All right. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because we're having friends over. We're going to play Arkham Horror, which is a board game with 10,000 pieces. It's pretty good.
I think Herbert has a video on his YouTube channel of setting that thing up, and it's a mess.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do. The funny thing is, not even the most complicated board game I own.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you didn't even have half the expansion of that video.
I don't have
I've
any
seen
expansions.
more
Yeah.
boards.
I've only got the base game. But we'll be back on Tuesday to do some stuff. And we have lots of fun stuff still on this map to poke at. And 3
4
more
more
runs
of
of the
these?
ladder.
3 more of these. God.
I have less than 500 experience points for a level.
Thanks for playing, guys. We'll see everybody next Sunday.
Later.
Peace out.
Later.
See ya.